Hey, this is Brooks with Character Design Forge. I have a really exciting announcement for you guys at the end of this video, but first I want to tell you about a really useful and fun exercise for improving your character designs, especially within a cast of characters. So I call this exercise the group of four, and it's definitely useful for improving your character designs, but it's especially useful if you have a cast or an ensemble of characters and they're all starting to feel a little bit samey. Now what you do is start with a rough design for a character, and then you move on to a second one that you try to design in contrast to it. You might want to push this to be the complete opposite of the first character that you made. So for example, your first character is really short, now this second one will be really tall. Now we throw in a third character, and you want to make this one unique from the other two as well. Now there's a little bit of difficulty that comes from this because you aren't just creating an opposite, you're creating a new and unique character to go with these two. 3 characters may be easy, but the challenge really comes from the fourth character. It may not be enough to just create the opposite of the third character like you did with the first and second. So this is a really good exercise for making all of these characters really different from each other. Well, what can help us to create unique characters that are all different and contrasting from each other? Well, one thing is shape language. Now, we've talked about shape language before. There's 3 main general categories for it. There's, first of all, square or static shape language. There's circular or round shape language. And then there's angular or triangular shape language. So maybe with your first 3 characters, you've made one that really embodies each of those 3 distinct languages. But with the fourth one, you're going to have to start getting really creative. Another thing that can help delineate our characters and add some contrast is proportion. So in our example, we talked about a short character contrasted by a tall one. And really, anytime you're changing up the sizes and the relation of sizes between 2 things, that's really going to help add some contrast. Color is another really useful tool to add some contrast between your characters. So in whatever boundaries your overall color palette is, or the overall tone of colors that you're using, try to make each of your characters an extreme of that palette. Probably one of the most important things is going to be your characters' personalities, and you'll probably even want to start with these personalities before you're even drawing. And that way, the way that they act and think, what motivates these characters will all be different, and that will inform their designs as well. So your group of 4 characters may all be humans, like say a group of 4 high schoolers. Well, there's so much that you can do there with their complexion, their overall proportions, and definitely their personalities are going to be very different, especially if you want an exciting interchange between those characters. But then you move out to something like a sci-fi or fantasy group of characters, and then you can incorporate things like creatures and aliens and robots. If you want something of an added challenge, why not make all 4 of your characters the same thing, like 4 robots or 4 humans? And that'll really force you to really play with the proportions and shape language and make them unique from each other without the kind of easy out of them all being different. I first started talking about this group of 4 idea in an Instagram post like a year or 2 ago, and that was a lot of fun. I've done it most recently with that Direnauts ensemble, the video that I posted before this one. And really having a finished group of 4 or 5 like those Direnauts is kind of a satisfying feeling because there's this whole group of characters, and you can really start thinking about the stories that would come out from these characters interacting with each other or working together. So I'm really excited to announce to you guys the release date for the Learn Character Design course. It's next week, Thursday, June 23rd, 2016. And if you're watching this later than that, then it's already out. I'm still compiling all of the material for the course, still editing it down, so I'm going to be really conservative with this estimate, really lowball this final number and say that it is at least 8 hours of condensed video content and a lot of other stuff there. It's probably more than that at this point, and I'll be adding to it throughout the rest of this year. This is a comprehensive character design course. It's what you need if you're just getting started, and it's what's going to take you to the next level. I could not be more excited for you guys to see it. I'll have information about the course like pricing and other details available for you a little bit later on, but I do know that this will absolutely be worth your time. I'm making new videos every week at Character Design Forge. Subscribing on YouTube lets you know when new videos are made available. Liking it will also help other people who might benefit from these videos to find them. Thank you for watching, and have fun creating.